You might remember Sha'carri Richardson for getting banned from the 2020 Tokyo Olympics for smoking weed.
And like I said to my fans, my family, my sponsorship, and the haters, I greatly apologize if I let you guys down, and I did.
Listen, if you want to make the argument that that shouldn't be a rule or the punishment was too harsh, sure, I might not even disagree with you. But at the same time, the rules were the rules that she was aware of beforehand and decided to not comply with them. As someone that legitimately prefers not to be sober, I can understand that. But I have nothing on the line. You are an athlete who, I mean, realistically, your sport sucks. I mean, it's just running fast. It's like a mechanic that's just like a base level mechanic that gets used in every other sport. Oh, you can run fast? Try doing that while kicking a ball into a net. Oh, you run fast? Well, try that, but throwing a ball into a hoop. Oh, you run fast? Well, try that, but dodging murderous armor-clad beef boys while trying to spike a ball in the end zone. Oh, you run fast? Try whatever
Gaelic
football is.
This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
It's literally the wildest sport I've ever seen. But I'm getting off track here. She was a woman that was actually going to seemingly become a star from just running. I mean, there's very few people that become stars in the Olympic world. But it seemed like she was going to carry the torch and be the next Michael Phelps, if you will. The next top star athlete that was super dominant in her sport, that had this big, boisterous personality. But unfortunately, Sha'carri seemed to get in the way of her own success. She claimed it was for her anxiety and tried to go on this, like, mental health thing. But, like, you got to remember, like, the Olympics is a worldwide thing. And, like, is that a spider? God damn it. The Olympics is a worldwide thing. So whatever your Western views are on marijuana, that might not apply to the rest of the world. So they try to find some kind of milieu. And if that milieu doesn't, completely align with your beliefs, then tough crap. I mean, that's just the way the world works. You can't just expect everyone to bend to your will. After she was banned from the Olympics, I was taking a look at her results from the year 2021, and it seemed like she took like a pretty big hit where she just kind of fell off the map and it was taking it pretty hard, like losing some pretty easy races she should have been dominant in. At the time, she was the third fastest woman in the world. And again, I mean, the Olympics only happens every 4 years. So, I mean, the chances of her becoming a big star would have to wait another 4 years now. She would make the news again in the year 2022 after a crushing defeat. She gives this really entitled interview after the races where, listen, I could actually understand where she's coming from and the point she's trying to make. But it's her delivery, the way she comes off. It's just entitled and narcissistic, and she doesn't explain anything. I mean, listen to this.
I'm coming to speak not on just my behalf, but all athletes' behalf, that when you guys do interviews, y'all should respect athletes more. Y'all should understand them coming from whether they're winning, whether they're losing.
So probably someone said something to her that crossed the line a little bit, and she was not appreciative of it, or maybe it happened to one of her friends, etc., etc. Sure, I could actually understand that. Reporters can be real bags of shite every once in a while. A lot of them are, maybe even most of them. There's definitely some hardworking people out there, but a lot of them are just trying to get this like salacious headline that gets clicks and don't really care about anything substantive. I do understand that, but I mean, just look at how she comes off here. It's not.
Whatever the case may be, athletes deserve way more respect than when y'all just come and throw cameras into their faces. Understand how an athlete operates, and then ask your questions. Then be more understanding of the fact that they are still human, no matter just the fact of y'all just trying to get something to put out in an article to make $1. Thank you.
Okay, and then she just leaves without actually. She's like, okay, so you guys aren't being respectful of athletes. You guys need to bend you need to bend the knee to us and appease to us and how we want to operate. Listen, if her goal was strictly to bridge some kind of social gap between athletes and reporters, fine. But this is not the way to do it. And I mean, how do you do it? Like if you have you are the one that's bringing up this issue, right? You're saying, hey, there's an issue here. What's the answer? You don't have to have the final answer, but do you have any ideas how to do it? You just storm off like a child. And that brings us to today, or I guess a couple days ago, where on her Instagram, on sha'carri's Instagram, she posts 2 videos of her on a public flight, a flight with other passengers that are normal people. Essentially, some stuff happens that off camera. I'm assuming what happened was there was some kind of argument between her and one of the flight attendants. They were about to take off, so the flight attendant was like, yo, you need to stop making TikToks, so please turn it off, and you can turn it back on once we have taken off. And then she's like, nah, which by the way is actually like a federal offense. It's literally illegal to not listen to flight attendants. But anyways, let's pick it up from here and see what she has to say.
Place it all the way under the seat in front of you.
Flying.
Larger carry-on luggage raising over.
Flying not working today.
If you have small
Vacation
handheld
time.
devices, such as cell phones.
So if you could hear in the background right there, clearly there is like an announcement going on telling passengers to put away their cell phones.
Tablets and smart.
That is our victim right there. That would be the flight. Oh, I didn't realize I was over there. That would be our flight attendant.
Watches. Please switch them.
Recorded me, but you jumped in my video.
So he kind of hid behind the curtain. If you saw that, he didn't want to be on camera. And now she's going to be like, well, I was recording and then you stepped into the view of my camera, even though she clearly turned it and pointed it at him because she wanted to get him on camera to have her and her followers, you know, make fun of him and then make her feel better about the situation to prove that she was right, because obviously she can't be wrong.
Video, so I caught you because you jumped in my video. You're harassing me at this point, so I think you should stop. You see him, right? Y'all see him, right?
And then she like turns to, you know, she tries to turn to the audience to be like, right, I'm in the right here. And they're like, no, not really. I mean, you're being super rude and like bossing around this flight attendant who's like just trying to do his job. Just turn off your phone for like 3 minutes. You take off and then you turn the thing back on.
Like that. I'm an adult. Do not talk to me like that. Do not talk to me like that. Tell him to stop. If you do not know what's going on, do not yell at me.
You can stop recording.
No, I'm not going to start recording because I was making a video to myself.
There is nothing you could have been saying that was that important. Unless if you were FaceTiming with your grandma who was about to die in the hospital because she has colon cancer. There is not like a good reason for you to keep making your little dumb Instagram videos. And I understand this is coming from a person that literally spends their free time making videos with my face on camera for the internet to see. I understand that. But I also have no illusions that what I'm doing here is not like important work, and that if something, you know, serious is happening, like, I don't know, having to turn your phone off for 3 minutes to take a flight, I'd be more than willing to put that down and then pick it up 3 minutes later.
Oh, what you're doing, so I would appreciate. Who the fuck are you talking
We
to,
don't need
man?
other people to get
Thank
involved.
you.
We're
Like,
good.
Some lady in the back just told her to shut the F up. Hell yeah. See, this is what I mean. Like, she's just like, and then she turns around like, who do you think you are? Bitch, who do you think you are? You run for a living. You're not like, her ego is so overinflated. She was supposed to be this giant star. She's supposed to go off to Hollywood and dance with the stars. And then here you are getting thrown off a flight. She really strikes me as someone that never really thinks long term or big picture. So then she posts this other video. This is her actually getting kicked off the flight.
and then like I said, it was just the way he was talking to me. I definitely would have listened to instructions, but the way he was talking to me was very unprofessional. And then his hands were all in my face. He didn't dismiss that part. So if I'm getting off the plane, I feel like as a flight attendant, they need a better flight attendant. He need to get off too.
Again, just making demands like, well, I was offended by the way he treated me, so he needs to be removed from the flight as well. That's not how this works.
Thank you, by the way. I'm missing my connection, which means I have to now get off the plane.
Oh, so you're worried about a connection.
Oh, yeah.
You're worried about a connection while a grown man is disrespecting me.
Give a shit.
You don't give a shit. So I don't give a shit. So I don't give a shit.
This is what I mean by she doesn't seem to think in terms of big picture. Not only has she ruined her vacation by getting thrown off this flight, but now But now she's also ruining other people's flights as well. Like, as that guy just said, like, hey, thanks, you just made me lose. I'm not gonna be able to make it to my next flight now because you're getting thrown off the plane. And she's like, well, I mean, I was disrespected. Were you? Were you? They asked you to put away your phone. You said no. They were like, yo, put that shit away. And you were like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm being disrespected. And again, if you like look at this caption, in the beginning of the video, you can hear a Caucasian male. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Oh, because he's he's higher up on the food chain than you because he's a white man.
So can the captain come, and does the captain know the situation? He's not gonna come. No. So I'm being removed off the.
Why would the captain need to explain to you why you're getting kicked off the plane? How could you possibly not know? I mean, you're the fastest woman in America. Why don't you just run to your destination?
No, but you jumped in my video. That's what started this whole thing. And the video shows you jumped in my video and invaded my privacy. You know that, right? So you're gonna. So it's a possibility you can lose your job because I have evidence. It's not like I'm just.
I'm not sure. You know what? I mean, oh my God, the narcissism here. You pointed the camera at him. Clearly, I mean, he was like saying, hey, could you put that away? And she's like, what is this? What? Oh, and he's like, whoa, don't film me. And she's like, no, I mean, you jumped in my video.
So I feel like you should own up right now to your actions because I have to be removed off the plane because of your actions. So I'm going to make sure.
No, you have to be removed off the plane because of your actions. If you didn't overreact and throw a temper tantrum because someone was in your video, you'd still be on the plane going to the Bahamas or wherever you were going. Not sure if you're aware how a camera roll works, but you can have more than one video. You don't need to just have the one.
Action. Why, ma'am? You want to make your flight so bad, but yet you don't understand having integrity and being a decent person. You saw that, right?
Like, come on. Like, are you serious? Integrity. You're going to talk about integrity. You're the least integrous person in this situation right now. Is that a word, integrous?
Okay, but it will. It will. Bye. And you're fat. What the?
This is the face of America, folks. Just a child, just the entire time, just acting like a complete buffoon. Honestly, it makes me sad. Like, clearly she has this X Factor star quality to her, and she had all these expectations thrown on her when she was still a child, and she's just not handling it all that well. It's hard to even hate her. I don't think I would have handled it well either, but it's gonna be it for tonight.